fit in. I'm right where I need to be. Catch me in the owner's seat. Properly positioning my soldiers with their weaponry. Lethal lyrics armory. Hand grenades can demonstrate how you don't want no parts of these military strategies.
Candyman Fatal is a literal lyricist. You know, music nowadays is mostly punchlines and metaphors, and I come from a old school era, and so all my shit is like straight to the point. You know, very literal, not too much breaking down the bars to understand what I'm trying to say. Like if I do punchlines and metaphors, I gotta put thought into that shit, because like my process is way deeper than the surface. It started off as poetry, and I got my first poem published when I was in 6th grade. So I was 11 years old, and I started turning my poems into lyrics when I was 12. So I've been doing this for 20 years. I've had so many different names coming up, but Candyman stuck because I'm the dark side of something sweet. I'm super nice, like I'm crazy easy to get along with, but I have a temper. Fatal came from Fatal Voice Recordings. You know, Candyman it's common. You know, it's really common because of the movie. Everyone likes the movie, so there's other artists out there named Candyman. Candyman Fatal that's me. Actually, when I was 16 years old, me and my boy Sin, we were sitting at the table, and we were just trying to come up with something that fit my persona, something that would get us out there that's different, you know. And I started doing music to keep myself out of trouble, because I was getting in a lot of trouble. You know, I was probably one of the worst kind of people you could meet in my teenage years. So I wanted to do something that was legal and still be able to express the anger that I had at that time. It started as a group, Fatal Voices. It was just me and Two-Face. That was the original 2 members of Fatal Voices. We created it. And so we did the group thing for a while. We put out 1 album, and that's called Lethal Lyrics. But we didn't never finish the album, so I finished it on my solo tip. And Fatal Voice Recordings came about in 2009. A lot of people don't know this, but P-Double.
P-Dub?
P-Double, yeah. Childhood friend. I mean, I met him when I was 14, 2 years after I started writing, you know, music. And I had the worst time throwing my lyrics to a beat. I could never get my lyrics to go with a beat, because I would always write without a beat. I didn't know how to write to a beat. So Double, he was always in the hood freestyling, and just like he would never shut the fuck up. He was always rapping. So I would spit my shit to him, but then they would throw a beat on, and I would spit my shit to the beat, but it wouldn't be to the beat. And he was like, man, all right. So he helped me. He slowed me down, taught me how to break my bars up, and you know, how to. So I gotta say, P-Double was the most influential person in my career. Reality music. Like I said, back in the old school era of rap, back in the early 90s, you know what I'm saying? It was like everything had a message in it. Everybody wants to talk about the same shit, and it's always the same shit, constantly. My music constantly changes because I talk about reality. Reality changes all the time. You know what I'm saying? So I got real life stories that can last forever. I got songs about domestic violence. I got songs about suicide. I got songs about that. I got, you know, stuff that you can listen to in 20 years. It'll still be relevant. You know? I got, like I said, because I do reality music, so I got a song called Domestic Violence. I would say the second verse in that is super real, and it's a message to women that are in abusive relationships, and it kind of just hits them in the head with a reality check, you know, like you could leave and the guy is going to be there behind you all the time talking about I can change, and you'll take him back because you love him, you know. I tell him to love yourself instead, but got a song called The Last Note, and there's no choruses, so the whole song is like probably one verse. So I would have to say The Last Note, the song, is the realest verse I ever wrote. Well, I love everyone that I work with. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't really put too many major artists in my CD player. I just, you know, I think it's all garbage pretty much nowadays. But anyway, I listen to everyone on my team, everyone on Alpha Wolf, and you know, other people outside of the camps. I listen to Hatch. I listen to Pony Boy. I listen to Seven the General, Quest McCody, Marv One, Miss Corona, Cheddar Boy Malik. I listen to DJ Cage. He drops some mixtape with a lot of dope artists. Rocket Man. Ice Water Mike is pretty dope. As far as trash wise goes, you know, there's a lot of artists I can name right now, but I'm not gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? Because, like I said, I got into music to get myself out of trouble.